Ooh, let's watch a cartoon. Kablamo!
Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials
You're
for you to better
special.
understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. And now, charisma. What is it made of? Unlike the clean,
Neurons.
wholesome America you may recall, the wasteland will be a distrustful place, full of unsavory characters and few morals. Earning the trust of your fellow man is an often overlooked key to survival. One way to prove your trustworthiness is through fair commercial exchange. Your renowned charisma will enable more favorable bartering. Don't get greedy now.
That
Use
was
your charismatic nature to negotiate
unnecessarily
your way out of
bloody.
tense moments. Having friends is always of value.
Yes, it is.
How else do I find friends, you may wonder? You may find an impromptu cocktail hour helps to ease social stress. Your charisma will help you avoid the perils of
There were
addiction,
eyeballs in that.
but not the immediate effects of drink. So practice moderation.
Like
Or
he
you'll
just
find
didn't.
out who your real friends are the hard way. You will find that even wild animals can be charmed by your charisma. Looks like you've found a new pal. Oh, don't get carried away there, big fella. So you see, taking the charismatic approach
Oh, I
is
melted
more
his
than
face.
just good manners. Working with man's best friend into more loyal companions will convincing others to act on your behalf and regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special?
I do. Alright, so I'm gonna check quick, because this is take 5! Due to technical difficulties. We're back with some more Fallout 4 on this PwnyVision episode. It's an M-rated game if you're unfamiliar with Fallout, so if you don't like swearing, or if you happen to be under the age of 18 and your parents wouldn't let you watch this anyway, skedaddle. I'm just going to check and make sure this is actually recording, because last time I got a blank screen in my video. Okay, it's recording. We're good. Now, there may be some crashes, so we'll just try to piece this together as best we can. Looking good. Okay, so I was right up the hill from where this is, by the Hagen Armory, where I fought Kellogg. I was looking at the Pridwin, and then I got distracted by this booster rocket. And I decided to go check out this space rocket, booster rocket. And it was a test model, and I went to go press the button because, you know, science! And I blew up the test rocket for science. And it was amazing! Anyhow, since I have been quick-saving this entire time, I had to tell you all that because I got rid of the quick-save that I started on. So I'm going to actually save my game now so that I don't mess this up again. Or at least if I do, I have somewhere to start. Look at this robot here. It's all brown. Boom! Yeah, that was actually a decent exit save. destroying things, exploding things for science! Alright, so I gotta go find Piper. According to Nick, Piper has been looking into the Institute. According to Kellogg, the Institute has my son. I am on a quest to find my son, so that is where I am headed. And I'm going to save my game as I promised. New save right there. Perfect. And we are going to go from here to there. Because that just makes sense. And we got traffic cones, we got cracked roads, we got rusted out old cars, we got all sorts of details that make this game really good. Really love the detail in this game. Just wanted to mention that in case I hadn't mentioned it before. At some point somebody piled up some tires to use as a spot to hide behind. Nick, thank you for modeling for me there. Thanks, buddy. We are at Forest Grove Marsh. Interesting area here. This is Forest Grove Marsh. I can go on the roof. Woot! And go across the roofs. What am I looking at here? Oh! Hand chimes. Wonder who that was supposed to warn. Go across here. I didn't do this before, that's for sure. And go up here. Or you can go down over here even. I'll go over there. It's got a little fire going. That might have something useful in it. Yeah, we got some jet and psycho. That's worth money, and I can actually soup up those Kens. Some 45 rounds. Not that I will use them because I'm gonna be a science fighter. It's lasers, folks. Lots of lasers. Well, for the purposes of this game, it doesn't really matter, but I said science! I'm going with this character was in the military, yes, but his background was in a group that most definitely used more science than not. I'm getting the sound. So I had asked earlier, and I will ask again, or rather suppose again, that there must be some way by which we are getting oxygen, and I suppose it's things like these ferns. And I need more AP. This whole not killing people when I shoot at them thing just is not working out for me. And I'd probably be better off jumping. Yep. Okay, let's get my booty out of here. We are getting attacked by a bunch of feral ghouls. This is not the best outcome possible. There we go. Pound him right in the chest. I may survive this yet, folks. I may survive this yet. How many stimpaks I got left? 10. Rubber! That's useful for something. This character is definitely a little klepto. Say hello to my little friend. Boom! There are more coming. This is going poorly. Nick, I love you, but thanks for being the distraction there. worked out really nicely. How many cranks I got on this thing? Thank you for falling over and not hitting me. Whew, that was close. Gotta use another stim pack. Yeah, I sure hope Nick isn't too mad at me for hitting him with a nuka grenade. But it seems to have done the job that we needed it to do. Duct tape! I need that for science. Alright. I don't think Nick's gonna get up on his own.
Hey,
Do something for you?
Nick,
Go ahead.
What are your thoughts?
your thoughts?
Sounds like Ellie needs to talk to us. We should head back to the office next chance we get.
Well, it's not letting him not letting me stim pack him.
Just wanted to check in, see how you feel things are going between us.
Got no major complaints at the moment.
Oh, nothing.
Well, all right.
Well, he seems to be stuck in the ground, but he also seems to be unstim packable, so I'm assuming he's up, he's just stuck. Epically. Anyhow, where was I? I was on a roof somewhere. How did I get on there? Oh. You're still alive. That's not pleasant. Boom! Headshot. I'm gonna try healing with some food. Because food is good for healing. It increases my radiation, but I think I have something for that too. Get away, where are you? I love you. Saw the heart next to it, that's how you know I love it. Okay, so I can get up here. But I believe there was more stuff to loot up here. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Yes, there were more of these mutated ferns. So I was asking the question, you know, where do we get all the oxygen if all the trees are dead and whatnot? But I guess there's a smattering of plants like these mutated ferns. Okay, I saw something. Smattering plant like these mutated ferns that are providing oxygen. My real question at this point then is, are there enough? I'm guessing these people were up... What did they need all these mutated ferns for? Because they were clearly growing them on purpose. That'll probably tell us why. I'm just gonna grab all the rest of this stuff and... lightweight painted metal chest piece. No. And also no. Don't really need that. Somewhere around here, there is a person. Wants me dead. Let's take and play Sheila's holotape.
Listen, Dale. I don't know what's taking you so long, but you were supposed to meet me here 3 days ago. I'm out of supplies, and I'm gonna have to make a run. I can see why that Solomon guy is willing to pay so much for these ferns, 'cause... let me tell ya, getting walkways set up here has been a real pain in my ass. Wait for me to get back before you take the first load to Diamond City. I've got a couple of things I want.
Hey, Sheila! That you up there? Walkways look great, but how do I get up there?
There you are. Took your sweet time, Dale. Head
Yeah,
over
Dale.
upstairs. Oh, shit. Girls. Dale, look out! Run! Run!
Ferals. Ooh. So I'm guessing based upon that Dale and Sheila were running mutated ferns for the chem doctor over in Diamond City. Almost said Rivet City. That was a city in Fallout 3. Yeah, for the chem doctor in Diamond City. Take the ammo, but leave the pipe rifle. Yeah, this place is much more intricately set up than I had originally planned or thought. I actually have never been here prior to this. I don't think I've ever been to this area in any of my other playthroughs of this game. So this is new for me. This is kind of neat to see a new area I hadn't seen before. It's one of the beauties of this game is that you can play for hours and hours and see stuff that you've never seen before. Right next to stuff that you have clearly seen before, like this lock. I've definitely played around on this lock before with my character Lyle Osborne, who is the Walt Disney-esque character of... Wow, he's still sitting.
Hey,
What's the plan?
Stay.
wait there.
I'll stay put.
Okay, now follow me.
Come on.
Count on it.
Alright, cool. Are you, maybe gonna stand up one of these times, or are you just gonna sit there? Looks like he's just gonna sit there. So, Diamond City. Let's keep going. Alright, there was a way through around that way. Cross that bridge. So let's go back. Do that. Yeah, the feral ghouls definitely made this a much more challenging area than the last several times I went through here. And I just kind of walked through this way, and it was like, oh, okay, whatever, stuff's going on, no big deal. Never been here before, whatever. Bridge. Boy, it takes way more AP than what I've got. Save me. So, let's talk about Kowalski preservation shelters. These are fun because they figured, oh, these vaults, they're super fancy, they're high-tech, you know, no big deal. We can make something small and, you know, that we can put everywhere. And, I don't know if they were as radiation tight as they needed to be, but even if they were, these things are horrible, because normally you sit here and it plays advertisement after advertisement at you. If that's not enough to make you want to walk out into the radiation, I don't know what is. But worse yet, even if you stuck around waiting for the radiation to cool down, guess what? It took 100 years. That's the bones. Although this one was open, suggesting that they died from radiation after opening the door, after all the bomb sounds had calmed down. So that was probably a case where the Pulowski Preservation Shelter killed them by annoying them with advertisements to death. In fact, it's plausible that the reason that this one doesn't play the advertisements is that the advertisement part got damaged when they opened the door. Your skeleton's sure kicking around a lot in there. Okay, the door closed on its own. That's cool. I'm just gonna ignore that. Moving along. So Nick is still sitting. That's Definitely different. There was a part I came up to here where I didn't know what was going on, and then people were all like, "Oh, we're shooting at you," and then I blew them up with the nuclear grenade that I used on those ghouls back there. But before I didn't know about the ghouls, so I still had it. This is a different situation, though. That's problematic. So I guess I'll tell you, I walk up and there's these raiders, and they turn around and they go, "Oh, it's bad guys, kill them!" And I blow a guy up with a nuclear grenade, like 3 of them. And the one guy's like, "Oh, Nick, it's just you." After I killed his buddies. He's all like, "Whatever I can do for you, Nick, no problem." Nick's like, "Well, it's glad to see you made something of yourself." Sorta. Yeah, it was really awkward picking over the dead bodies on that one. I'm not messing with it, Mr. Gutsy. I'm tough, but I'm not that tough. Do I have... Is this Oberlin Station? Do I have Oberlin Station? Oh, it's just a way station. Well, what's inside of here? A little detour won't hurt. Trick or treat. Aww. Dead bodies. That's no fun. What else we got? Blood pack. Cool. I can probably use all of that for something. Those things that take that kind of material. Got a sledgehammer. We got a machete. Ball peen hammer. And a combat knife. Those are nice. I have a machete. Makeshift battery. Okay, let's see here. The makeshift battery is hooked up to medical equipment. Where are they? Oh. And Nick, of course, is still sitting. They were cutting people up in here for parts. That's terrible. Fuck it. So, I'm not sure what we're going to do to get Nick to not be sitting anymore. That might be a permanent fixture in this game. So, I guess we've got sitting Nick. So far, cross my fingers, knock on wood, we're doing really good. We haven't had any crashes of the broadcasting software. I'm just going to keep on walking my way over to Diamond City, and we're going to talk to Piper. Hubflower. Looks like Death Bell from Skyrim. But never mind that. There's actually other references in this game to Skyrim. I think there's a reference to Nirnroot, leading one to believe that maybe the one evolved into the other over time. Like, all of the events of the Elder Scrolls happened thousands of years, like eons after this. Does make you kind of wonder. That's the popular theory anyway. My theory is that it's made by the same people and they just wanted to make a little homage. There's some rather dead people here. Ooh. Klepto, Nuka-Cola. Carrying too much and cannot run. That never stopped me before. Yes, duct tape. Best stuff in the wasteland. Drugs. Also useful. Caps. Pretty good also. Alright. Now if I can just find out where Nick is sitting. And scoot out his butt and carry my stuff. Screwdriver. That would explain why he's passed out. Don't drink and drive, kids. Yeah, this is not a good time to be not able to run. So I'm gonna duck down and hope that I can,
Nothing there now.
Oh yeah. Bye! And he disintegrated. I just powderized him. Powdered Raider. It's gotta be... I'm gonna say that that's probably worse than powdered milk. Which is something that I have had to endure before. Which those are good times, and it's probably the reason I like skim milk so well. So, I'm not complaining. Those are worth pieces. I can use them. Make pieces. Go over to my ash pile friend over here. I have no idea what I just picked up. But I was trying to do this. It's the same button as open up the thing and grab all of the stuff. Oh boy. Nick, help me out here. Buddy? Al? Okay, Raider lady, I get it. I'm not gonna. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there's a lady over there going, "Somebody please help, she's hurt. Somebody, she's gonna die." This is, well, I'll show you. So she's over there. She's looking at this store here. She's calling for anybody to help, but
Somebody please help. She's hurt.
doesn't matter who.
She's in here. Please help.
And then I knew, I'm just gonna ruin it because I knew the first time I saw it, so. Okay, that was weird. But I knew the first time I saw it that there were a bunch of raiders in there and this was a trap. So I just said, nope. I'm not playing that game. There's Nick. Hey, Nick.
Hey, I'm listening.
Let's trade some stuff. Got any room in your inventory? Oh, I haven't cleared out your inventory since before. Have I? Let's see if you can carry any more junk. A little bit. Certainly not enough. What else am I carrying? Should probably check my inventory since I probably picked up a bunch of stuff I don't need. Clean striped suit. I probably wanted that. Faded trench coat. Probably not so much. Gray knit cap. I don't know why I picked that up. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. And weapons. Alright. That's only weighs 4. What did I pick up that was super heavy? I mean, what didn't I pick up that was super heavy? But there's gotta be something heavy I can drop. Mods. Mods are heavy. But I like to hold on to them because it makes it easier to move things around. Alrighty. Let's just try a different tactic. Involving booze. Oh. There we go. Win it stout. Win it ale. Do I have any whiskey? I need something that's going to raise my strength by 2. There we go. I'll just drop these things I don't need and move along. Find... I know where Diamond City is. I think at this point I've walked all the way here. For the sake of the stream, I think I can justify fast traveling back to my base to drop my stuff off, and then back here again. So that's what I'm going to do. Haven't found that place yet, huh? Just like jewelry. I understand why a person might want to wear a handkerchief over their face, but my question is why a polka dotted one? Not entirely sure on that. Transfer, store all junk. I can move again. I can walk. Where is Nick? Hey, he's walking again.
I'm all.
That's great. I thought I, like, permanently killed your ability to do that. It's gonna take all.
Ears. What are you gonna do with that?
Transfer, store all junk. I'm gonna put away some stuff I don't need. Laser pistol. We'll work on that later. Now? Maybe now. Combat knife later, though. I haven't stated that. Oh, actually, not. No, I'm gonna take those apart. Along with these Institute pistols, most of the Institute. Why am I putting them away? Alright, let's try and make sense here a little bit. Kellogg's pistol. Long 10mm auto pistol. I'm not going to work on that right now, but I will probably want to at some point work on that one. So we'll put that one away. And we can disassemble the rest of this. Away this submachine gun. Shortcut shotgun. A short pipe rifle, because you never know. Never know when you're going to switch to bullets. Give up on science just a little bit, or accept that, you know, I mean, that is technically science too. Alright, over here. Just check my perks real quick. I want to make sure I have the perks for taking things apart and making them look good. I do have Scrapper. Good. Some Scrapper is better than no Scrapper. Use the workbench. Scrap that. Looking good.
Something a bit different for you. The scouts have found a promising spot for a new settlement. The trouble is that some kind of vicious beasts are lairing there. Once you clear it out, set up a radio beacon to let settlers know about it. Before you know it, we'll have a thriving new farm instead of a wasteland. We'll take back the Commonwealth, one piece at a time.
Long 10mm auto pistol. Long barrel. I think the other one's got a long barrel too. But let's just modify it just in case. Put a short barrel on it. And that's why I like to keep the mods. Standard grip, standard magazine, standard everything else. Automatic receiver. Modify. That's the standard receiver. Cool. Let's just scrap it. Marksman's hardened pipe rifle. Well, why did I keep the other one? Let's take a look at that. Because I don't need a short pipe rifle if I've got a marksman's hardened pipe rifle. I mean, that makes no sense. Right, putting that away.
Another settlement has sent word that they need our help.
Why do you keep telling me this?
We can use all the support we can get.
Alright.
So see what you can do to help.
So, automatic barrel, standard capacitor, standard grip. Let's make this a sharpshooter. Full stock. There we go. Now I have an automatic laser rifle.
Hey.
It does 18 damage. We can put a scope on it, a medium scope. We'll look at that in a bit. Muzzle, gyro compensating lens, beam focuser, beam splitter, better range accuracy and recoil. It doesn't do fire though like the other ones. Beam focuser, better range accuracy and recoil. Whereas this is superior recoil, reduced range. Nothing increases damage though, so I don't really care. I'll just leave it as is. Barrels, what increases the damage? Automatic barrel. The improved would be better. Standard capacitor. Oh, there we go. Improves critical shot damage and accuracy. Adds burning damage and improved range. Improved damage. Reduced ammo capacity. Superior critical shot damage, accuracy, and ammo capacity.
Yeah.
Better burning damage mod. Yeah, let's do that. Setting people on fire, that's always fun. And let us...
What do you need, General?
I guess we'll put the beam focuser on it then after all. Focused fiery automatic laser rifle. Rename. Keyboard. Aracoots. Laser. Laser? Is that a Z or an S? I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't care. Let's see if we can modify this one. Let's see if we can add any modifications to this one yet. Nope, more science needed. Extended long barrel. Bracketed long barrel. That's the best one. Let's do that. Superior range, improved damage, sighted accuracy and recoil, reduced ammo capacity, poor hip fire accuracy. Works for me. Short stock, full stock. Medium scope. Long scope. Well, I'm not going to upgrade the scope until I can get a really nice one. Long recon scope. No point there. Beam splitter, beam focuser, gyro compensating lens. Beam focuser. Now this is really just getting to be a really deadly piece of equipment here. I like it. Can we do anything on my machete? Serrated blade? Not enough blacksmith. Alright, scrap it. Let's modify the Institute rifle. I think I used up all of my adhesive. So, Institute rifle, you're staying home. Because I just need time to build you up and make you better, and I need more materials for that. I just heard the doleful meow of the latest addition to my family, Stormy. He's cute. Alright, all that stuff out, away. I have room in my inventory. Again, go cook some food. Okay, I didn't put it over there. Just for the sake of saving time, we're going to move it. Because I like to be able to fast travel in this building and go into the kitchen. I've decided this is the kitchen. Go into the kitchen and cook me some food. To roast baked blowfly. Crispy squirrel bits. Mmm, squirrel. I had a dream earlier today. The squirrel was biting at my fingers. Rat stag. Iguana on a stick. Mole rat chunks. That's the way it goes in and out. Mutant hound meat. Pork chops. Roasted Mirelurk meat. I got some ribeye steak there too. And out of these two, I like the damage resistance, so I'm gonna go with the Yaguai ribs. Cool. Any soup? I should be able to make soup. Shouldn't I? Noodle cup. Oh, different playthrough. I picked up the razor grain. Right. Right. I have enough stuff to make vegetable soup, though. That's pretty good. Alright, so now I have some food. That should help me save on stim packs because I'll have healing items.
Hello, sir.
Call me son, I'm not your son. Alrighty. Quickly save game. Fast travel back to Diamond City. I think for my purposes today, we're just going to talk to Piper and call it good, because so far so good. I'd like to keep it that way. I was going to say something about that, but still got all this Halloween stuff. Now I've heard a cat in game. I don't see a cat.
Read all about it.
Alright. Let's do the synthetic truth. By Piper Wright. This should give us a little setup on what we should expect from the Institute. October 2287, Synthetic Truth by Piper Wright. Noodles. We all eat them. We all love them. And Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese, to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl, to the scalding tang of each delicious mouthful. The ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m., enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own Mayor McDonough sidle up to a stool and engage in the very same ritual. Right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing, yes, eating noodles, the shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago on an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229, as they sat down around this very same counter. But that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles, but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers, and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, and that night he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. There is one person among us who does remember, distinctly, the events of that evening. Respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted her story in a Public Occurrences exclusive interview. Oh, I was there all right, I was there all right. Sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me right now. 22 years old or so, and just looking to have a good time. I was safe, behind the wall. We all were. So what was the harm? And let me tell you, that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west, somewhere. It didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile and his laugh and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night, at the bar, we just all sort of just crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth, and Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful, until it wasn't. Eustace continued her account of that evening, and the moment when things turned sinister, and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed. We'd been drinking and carrying on, must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in him at that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile was sort of went from his face, all in an instant, and then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny. And I remember watching him, clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! He shot Henry, the barman, right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if he were paying him for a drink. But his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that. What Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans. Synths. After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people, too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running, they opened fire. Mr. Carter, he kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid, gone crazy, and he lay there like a dead, crazy man, sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. This was one of them early synths, you see, and we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now. Among us. It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he had somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still others felt he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek. It was never meant to kill anyone, but at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery. using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to noodles. Specifically, the noodles consumed by Mayor McDonough last Wednesday night, in the same spot that Mr. Carter, the synth, went haywire, and mercilessly killed several people. After spending hours sharing an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we? So that paints a very clear story. The Institute is feared, it's mysterious, nobody knows what it does, but they know that they replace people. They know that they infiltrate human society. They know that anybody can be a synth, as you saw in the Valentine's Day episode if you watched that. Let's go talk to Piper. Then we'll call it a night.
Well, well. Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy?
I would.
So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
But I told you.
Where do you want me to start? The part where Kellogg turned out to be working for the Institute? Or the part where he told me they have Sean?
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
But he's dead.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna go quietly the moment I saw him.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
I regret it.
I was so blinded by anger. I just wanted him dead. Now look what I've done.
I blew him up with nukes!
Blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain.
His brain!
Gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is gonna work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We
I
got no
already
leads,
I
nothing.
already did it.
That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
It was hard to miss. I already did it.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh?
Which I was digging around in
We may have
because
just won the
you know.
lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy
Because.
brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so who's coming with you?
I have to go to the memory den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
I'm gonna take Nick because I trust robots.
It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
Well, you two
Ooh,
are
a
out.
level up.
I'm gonna do some more research.
Thanks,
I'll be
Piper.
here if you need me.
So, that's going to be it for tonight's stream. Just going to quick level up because why not? Let's see here. Could get another rank of rifleman. That would be good. Yet to be able to get another rank of science. My level 15. But it looks like we have a clear path here, because if we do that, we can do 17, or 16, 17, 18, and then 19. And those are all covered, one after the other. So let's do that. Let's get Rifleman. Alrighty. We've got this figured out. Alright, well, it has been fun, everybody. I hope that this continuation of the story has satisfied everybody, and I hope that I have put on a good enough performance tonight. I will see you all next time.